Little politics by the numbers here. The GOP with all-time low polling numbers in 3 major national polls right now. Why? Well, in part because they're getting a lot of blame for the shutdown. 53% blame them for the shutdown. That's more than blame the GOP in 1996. CNN poll, 54% believe that a Republican-held Congress may be bad for the United States. And finally, some trends from previous wave election years that we've had. More people think now that would the country be better off if most members are replaced in Congress more than they did in 2006 and 1994 wave elections. Bernard, you study polls as much as anybody. Is it too far away from next year's midterms to think about a wave election, or should the GOP be shaking here?
Well, look, I think that the president and the Democratic Party are thinking, my gosh, we are so lucky. Thank you. The president's going to be out holding 8 fundraisers for congressional candidates across the country. In the wake of this, the Gallup poll has the GOP brand favorability at 28, which is the lowest for any political party in the history of Gallup polling. Now, there's an awful lot of runway between now and next November, and a lot of things can change. But this now has Democrats thinking, you know what, not only can we protect the Senate, but maybe we take back the House.
Should Democrats be worried too, though?
I think that Democrats should be worried that the House might actually wake up and realize the errors of their ways. They have proven not to. This was an eminently avoidable mess that they inflicted on themselves. I was Clinton's pollster during the shutdown, and honestly, Newt Gingrich re-elected Bill Clinton with that shutdown. You only had to look back 17 years, and you could have said, wise strategy if we want to maintain or increase our gains.
You don't need the Speaker doing it. All you need is some of the Tea Party folks. Ted Cruz gives the Democrats.
Speaker Boehner doesn't have control over his conference, which is really the fundamental problem within that party right now.
If there's one thing to look for between now and January, is it enough that leadership for Republicans says we're not going to shut it down, we're not going to go over the debt limit again? Or if Ted Cruz plays around with fire, is that enough to hurt Republicans as a whole brand?
I think now the onus is now on the Republicans to prove that they can come and be an equal partner in government. Prior to that, as Dominic said earlier in the program, if they had just let Obamacare roll out, they could have claimed, look at what the president has done. He is not a good steward for the country. We need to get more Republicans in there to prevent the country from going in this direction. Now, the onus is really on the Republicans to prove that they can be responsible
They took a 2-week
adults.
vacation. That would have been the best thing they could have done. Bernard, thank you so much. Joe, I appreciate it.
Take a 2-week vacation.
Exactly. For Dominic, Andrew, and myself as well, have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow night at 6.